Hello, thanks for joining me. Today, I'll be introducing you to Xandadeck and its environments, which would also include content publishing, design, and user interfaces. So to get access to this portal, you would log on to app.xandadeck.com, that is app.xandadeck.com. From there, you would either have to sign in or create an account, as the case may be. So Xandadeck in itself is a smart digital signage solution which allows you remote access to the TVs in various locations, allows you send content, allows you design layout on your TV screen. Okay, if you're familiar with TV channels like Super Sport, for instance, you would understand that at some point during their displays, you have the screen, minimized to show other content such as league table standings, live scores, fixtures, and the likes. Okay, so things like that are done through digital signage solutions like Xandadeck. So what I have in front of me here is my Xandadeck dashboard. My Xandadeck dashboard allows me access to see what I have in terms of player summary. Here it shows that I have one monitors online, pardon the expression. This suggests to you that I only have just one player or monitor, same expression, attached to this account, and in which case that player is online. A player is online by function of two things: internet and power. That is to say, whenever a player has both internet access and power, it reports back to you as online. So even if it's not connected to a TV screen, it still will reflect back to you as online, because the TV screen is just an output device. Okay, so just below that, what I have here says online monitors 1 out of 1, and then it says subscription capacity 1 monitors created up to maximum. Now this is because this account has been limited to only accommodate 2 monitors or 2 players, which is always something we can increase. So in a case where I have 1,000 capacity, it will just show you a number of monitors that have been created or set up out of the set maximum, in which case 1,000. And beneath that again says have 1 monitor registered out of 1 created, which is to say that all the players created and set up for this account are all online. Okay, so here media is where I upload content, music, videos, pictures, and the likes. Widgets are applications with specific purposes, for instance your time function, your weather function, your scrolling text features, and the likes. Playlist is as literal as it sounds. Layout is where I choose to then design, as I use in the case of Super Sport. Schedules, creating media or playlist schedules, and monitors. Alright, so from the previous session, I had introduced Xandadeck to you. So without wasting time again, we're straight down to media. So like I said, media is the point where you bring in your images, videos, audios, documents, and web pages. Okay, so I would start with images. To bring in an image, I would click on image. So here you have a list of all the images which I have uploaded into my account. Okay, so here this is an image of Xanda Technologies, an image of our iPoster, and so many other campaigns and products. Okay, so to add an image, you click on this green icon that says add image, and then you have image file and stock images. So for stock images, it takes you to a place where you can easily search based on keywords. But in the case where you have custom builds or custom made files, what you do is to click on image file, you click on drop files are here. Okay, and then it gives you access to a computer. In this case, I have my files here, so I'll just pick a couple of them and then upload here. Okay, in a case where you have pictures from URL, you'll do that here by clicking here and then paste the link to the image. So going back to upload files, I click on upload. Okay, so here you have certain functions that ask you if you want to put a tag to it. Default duration will be very useful in terms of playlist, but you also have that function in the playlist aspect. But you're just fine, you just proceed to clicking on save, and then it imports all of the images which I've told you. So here you have a quick overview of images as they upload and as they are completed, after which you then see their thumbnails displayed here. Okay, so in the case where you want to edit, you click on an image, click on bulk edit. Bulk edit works in a case where you want to either change names of pictures, you want to change their tags or their description, as the case may be. But oftentimes with images, you don't have anything to do with that. Oftentimes it's just to change the name, otherwise nothing else. So I'll go back to clicking on save. And that's how you upload an image. Okay, if you want to delete, again, you have a quick function to do the delete here. If you want to duplicate, you have the duplicate function here. To edit, just as I've shown you, you can also do that through here. Of course, again, you also have the same function here, which is the bulk delete, the bulk edit, and then to add image. Alright, welcome back. So now I'll be showing you how to upload videos into the Xandadeck portal. Looking at your bottom left, what you have is the add video YouTube PowerPoint. If I click on that, it takes me to a place where I see these buttons: video file to upload videos directly from my computer, YouTube video where I can paste a YouTube link, Vimeo from Vimeo source, PPT file for PPT documents, that's PowerPoint. Then the stream, here you can go a live stream. All you need to do here is to click and then paste the video live stream here. Here allows you to upload a PowerPoint file either from laptop, computer, or URL. Stock videos here allows you to search for videos online, just keywords. And then video wall is a function that allows you to combine multiple screens to display just one unique content. So I'll give you an instance. In a case where I have 4 TV screens all joined together forming a square, like this logo suggests, I can have just one video, for instance, displayed across board. Okay, so that is 4 TV screens displaying one content, not 4 TV screens displaying 4 contents. So in a case where I have 4 TV screens, okay, displaying 4 contents, that's my video wall. If I take out one screen out of it, it means the picture becomes incomplete, the content becomes incomplete. Okay, so to bring in a file, typically I would go into the video file function, just like I did with the images. I'll click on drop files here. And here I have a video of the Rolls-Royce Hotel. I click on that, I click on open. It shows me the name just before I upload. I click on upload. And here shows the name again. This is a case where I want to change the name, but if I'm fine with the name, I just proceed to save. And just again, like the image setting, you have an encoding session here. After the encoding, it finally uploads it into my account. It is from here I can then choose to do anything with it. So in this case, what you have here, as this Booker Hut, for instance, video, is one of the videos I've uploaded to my account. Okay, which is what exactly I'm trying to do with the Rolls-Royce video here, which is uploading the video to my account. In a case where I want to delete, again, just like the image function, I have my delete button here. If I want to duplicate it, I have the duplicate function here. To edit it, I have that function here likewise. So as soon as this is done processing, I would see a thumbnail similar to that. Okay, so in any case where you want to do anything similar, okay, if it's to do the YouTube link, all you need to do is just to come back here. If it's not a live YouTube link, all you need to do is just come here and then you paste the YouTube link. But if it's a live link, whether from YouTube or another source, Facebook or the likes, you come here, click. So after the videos, what we have next is audio. So here you can see that I do not have any audio file currently uploaded to this account. So to do that, I'll click on add audio. Okay, so here I have audio file, which is me uploading audio files from my computer. YouTube, again, like I said, here you have a YouTube link which you can paste. If it's a live YouTube stream, okay, you can do that here too. If it's from Vimeo, you paste a Vimeo link. If it's a stream from another source, you do the same thing. So I'll proceed to do from an audio file. Click on this here again, and here it shows me what I have. So I'll just go straight to my music folder and pick a song. This is At All Cost. Okay, it shows me the name of the song, and then I click on upload. And here, if I need to change the name of the song, I do that here, as in other cases, and then proceed to save. So, like in the case of the video and the images, it uploads here and also encodes, after which you'd see the thumbnail if there is one. Otherwise, you just have to work with the fact that it's a completed process. Okay, so here you have the logo that shows it's an audio file, and that's that for uploading audio media. I'll quickly do something now. To proceed to To proceed to web pages, okay, I'll say document. To proceed to document, click on documents. Here you have this, okay. I can always choose to bring up another document. Here I have case of a PDF file, Word file, PPT file, Excel file. Do a PDF file, click on here, and then go to my document and look for whatever file it is I want to bring up, and then I click on open, and then it comes here, okay, just as in the case of that. If it's a Word file, follows the same process, PPT file. If it's now uploading from a URL, I'll do the same here and then just paste it here. It says enter a link to Microsoft PowerPoint file, and the file will be copied to your account. To keep slide transition and animations, use import your PowerPoint file in the video section. So that's that for audio and documents. And quickly, I would cover for web pages. For web pages, you click on here again. Here I have web pages from CNN and then the Google site. To add mine, I click on add web page. I then put in the name, say XYZ. Description, not necessary. Name of the web page, again, XYZ. Okay. And alright, so this is uploading web pages. As you can see, this is highlighted. So here is the name of the website, XYZ. Here is where you put in the link of the website, in which case XYZ, you will permit me. And then here is for fallback images. Fallback images are images that remain on display when the player fails to continue to publish the content from the website, usually due to lack of internet or very poor internet. So the image is then what shows to keep your audience engaged while trying to reconnect to the source. Okay, so here, if I click on this, click on the field here again, I pick a random image and click on OK. So this image that I upload here is my fallback image in a case where I fail to connect to the internet. If you need to put in a script, you can do that here, otherwise you proceed to save. And so you have the name here, which is the address of the website, www.xyz.com, which is the reason why it's highlighted here as a link. Okay, and then the name of the website, which I also named as XYZ. So that is that for websites. Okay, so now we have widgets. Like I said, widgets are applications for specific purposes. We have here a widget for weather, welcome scrolling text here, which is the name of the widget ticker, and then we have for time as date and time. So to add one, you click on add widgets. Now Xandadeck comes with a whole world of widgets for various functions. Okay, here we have all widgets, which are all the widgets available in the Xandadeck solution. But if you want to search based on categories, if it's time, you have various widgets for time. If it's calendars, same as that. For weather, general, here is the ticker. The ticker is oftentimes your preferred option when you want to use a scrolling text. And then you have your Google traffic, your QR code. Your QR code oftentimes you can use in a case where you would like to pass certain information or give access to certain information, for instance, access to Wi-Fi. You can do that through your QR code. You have your wiki codes here, rich text. For socials here, of course, you have your hashtags, Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, and the likes. While for news, you have quick links to Al Jazeera, BBC. Then here, your custom RSS. If you're taking your source from something that is other than what you have displayed here, you just put in your RSS and then it tries to verify and then to connect to that particular source. Now, if you're looking at business purpose widgets, you have it as Google Calendar, ChatMogul, Zero, Power BI, Analytics, Trello, Zoho, and a whole world of rest of them like that. Okay, so I would quickly show you how to create two widgets. One will be the time, one will be the scrolling text. Quickly, so for the time, I would click on the time here, pick on date and time as I've chosen, and here shows you what it looks like. Of course, here represents seconds, minutes, and then hour, and then this is the day, the date, the month, and then the year. So I click on use. So I'll name it. I could use this as timer, for instance, since I've used a timex. A 12-hour format, hide time, off, hide seconds, yes, as I choose, show dates, on. Then the date format, standard date, language, English. Australia, if that's okay. And the background oftentimes is a function of the design of the place for which you need it, so I'll just leave it at this for now. The font family, let's try Comic Sans MS. Font style, italic, font weight, bold. Select time zone. You should be looking out for Africa Lagos. Africa Lagos it is. Use selected time zone, and then you click save. So right now I have just set a widget for time. And take note, because this entire system is on the cloud and is connected to the internet, this time is going to be in real time. So as soon as I push this to the Xandabox, the time will be as correct as it can be. Okay, so let me create another widget for scrolling text. So I'll go to all widgets, latest news ticker, add RSS or static scrolling. I do that, I click on use. Okay, so here you have one of two things now. If I name this as scroll, for instance, I choose the speed here, which is how fast or how slow I want it to go. If I leave it at 3, which is somewhere in the middle, this here shows the style which I'm using, which I could always change. Okay, and then it shows an overview. Now you have two options here, either to show your scrolling text as custom text message, where you can have welcome to so and so place and the likes. If it's a feed, you click on the add feed function here and you do that. So click OK, you do that, and then click save, and I have just set up the scrolling text. And the scrolling text will come with the default template which is there about the quick brown fox. That is that for widgets. Alright, so like in your mobile phones, your smartphones and the likes, a playlist allows you to combine various songs into a single super folder, as you may call it. Okay, so like your playlist would often consist of songs that you like, either for a particular purpose or based on genres. So the same thing for your playlist here. Here I have a list of playlists created, but for the sake of this demo, I would create one. So you have classic, you have tag-based. You use tag-based when you want to create a dynamic playlist by using media tags. For instance, tags could be based on certain keywords which you've used to save them. Love, business, technology, and the likes. Or classic allows you to create from the scratch, regardless of what the tag is. Okay, so I choose a name here. I'll say try. You don't necessarily need to fill up the description, and then I come here. So here is just a scroll of how they will be displayed. So here I have all, which is a combination of images, videos, audio assets, documents, web pages, widgets, and playlist. Okay, which is everything I have in my account. So if I want to focus on images, I click here and then it shows me all images available. Same thing for videos, same thing for audio assets and the likes. So if I were to click images, I click the arrow, it jumps up here. I click this arrow, it does the same thing. If I move to videos, it's the same function. Here is a video of the Rolls Royce that I uploaded earlier. I click on that, it jumps there. Now, where you have this minus and this plus allows you to change the duration, which is in here in seconds. So me doing here is me adjusting durations. Okay, so here I'm saying I want this particular file to stay for 11 seconds, and I can do the same thing here. But in the case of a video, you can't do that because videos come already with their own default times. So in this case, it's telling me here that this video is 243 seconds long. Okay, now the computer reads it as this format, which is this place first for 11 seconds, and then this for 9 seconds, and then this for 243 seconds. But for me to change their position, all I need to do is to hold down on one and then move it to the place of the other, and I've swapped positions. Okay, and then I can do the same thing with this, and I can do the same thing with that. That is that for playlist creation. Pretty much straightforward. And after you're done with that, here you have a timestamp that summarizes everything for you, which is a combination of 243 plus 9 plus 11, which amounts to 4 minutes 23 seconds in total. So this playlist would last as long as that, and after that you can save or do a preview here, which opens a pop-up box for you. So after saving, I could always go back to continue to do other things, but in a case where I want to see what my playlist looks like, all I need to do is to click on the preview, which allows me to see. So it opens up another box in front of me. So if you remember, this is the very first picture which the playlist was supposed to start with. So this plays for a set number of seconds, and then it proceeds to the Rolls Royce video which was uploaded earlier. So after this video plays, it then goes on to the next, which was an image as shown earlier. Alright, so before taking you to the layout, I would like to take you to see the monitors and then the schedules before lastly coming to the layout. So, like I explained in the very first part of the video, the monitors is where you see your player in its entirety. Here she is. This player titled Practice Player is the current player I'm using for the sake of this training. So here it says the default content that is currently playing is Xandadeck service layout. Okay, so to see that, I click on edit. So what you have here is an image that is loading. So this image here is a screenshot of what I currently have on my TV screen, which I'll share with you in a moment. So here you can see the status as online. This time is 12:32, which is the time of this video, which eventually shows and captures what exactly is being displayed on the screen. So this image refreshes itself between 7 to 15 seconds, after which it gives you another screenshot of what is currently displayed. So it means in a matter of some 15 seconds, what I expect to see is a different timestamp. Instead of 12:32, I might get to see 12:33, which is another screenshot that has been taken. And so quickly here, it says the last screenshot was taken 22nd of June 2021 at 12:32:43 and was last seen online at the time 30 here. Okay, so if you look back up, this has changed to 33, which shows that it keeps giving you updates about what your screen is currently displaying to your audience. Okay, all right, so here I have the name of the player, which I can always change. The registration code here is the player's ID, which you cannot change, and that's why it's not going to show you anything. So scheduled content here, in a case where I've created a schedule for this account, this is where I see everything. Okay, so this here is just a demo of a schedule that was created a while ago. Okay, so all right, so for here, this part here allows you to choose what you want displayed. If I want a playlist displayed, this is where I choose the playlist. Okay, after which it shows me a list of all playlists I've created. If I want to change to media, which is a specific video or picture, it does the same thing for me and allows me to choose from all of the ones that I've uploaded. Okay, if I want to do the same thing for layout, I just come here. Since the layout is what is being played, I come here and do that. So in the case where it's a layout, all I need to do is just to come here and see all layouts created on this account. Now, if I want to turn off a monitor, a screen, or a player, again, remember as I said, they all refer to the same thing. I'll come here and click turned off. When I click turned off, it doesn't respond immediately until I come down here to save, or I just go straight to push to Xandadeck. As soon as I shoot this, it reflects on the screen that it is receiving a command at the bottom right, which I'll show you eventually, and then the screen goes off. So when the screen goes off, at this point here, what you have is a blank image, pitch black, which shows that yes, the screen is off, and it shows you as turned off. Okay, so to turn it back on, I have to come back here I either have to choose either a playlist, a media, in which case layout comes out here, but the status here shows as turned off to change the content, in which way it means to turn on the player. Alright, so aside that, what I also have here are just basic information. Here we have monitor orientation. Every TV by default displays in landscape, which is in normal as represented here. In the case where I want to turn my TV, say clockwise or anti-clockwise, I have it here. So here, clicking on any of these things will cause my TV to, rotate in the way which I have chosen. Okay, here shows the location details, Africa, Lagos. Here, if I want to change my Wi-Fi details and credentials, this is where I do that. My Wi-Fi name, I choose the name, the mode, whether it is WPA, WPA2, EAP, or the likes. I do that and impute my credentials accordingly. Okay, sound or display. If you want to have to control this remotely, but it's only available on the Pro and Enterprise platform. Location here detects location, which is the location of this player, and then here you just have the player's ID, and advanced for advanced functions for troubleshooting. Basically, emergency alert, as typical as it sounds, for emergency cases. Okay, so that's that for that. I'll click on cancel now and proceed back to schedules. Alright, so schedules is a place where I instruct Xandadeck to publish a particular content or campaign or media at a particular time and day. I'll give you an example. Today being 22nd of June 2021, if I intend to have a campaign start at say 1st of August 2021, schedules is where I get to do that. So I come here to add schedule. Now, because you can't do anything in the past, you can't undo or change the past literally, it means my schedules would only have to be something forward. So let's say, for instance, 23rd of June, and I choose a time that says 11 a.m. By default, the content says turned off. Turned off means come 11 a.m. 23rd of June 2021, the screen on the player will go off. So for you to avoid that, you want to change that, in which case I would like to use media. So it shows me all I have for media, and I can easily search with keywords, and then it brings up my Rolls Royce video from earlier. I choose that and I click OK, and then it shows that this is the content that will come up at 11 a.m. 23/06/2021, and it says first stop when. So this 11:30 says that come 11:30 this content will stop playing. Okay, to change that I click on this and I adjust the time as the case may be. Alright, and I can also do that to the date too, to say let it go for as long as possible. So if you're using this as a form of campaign, you could say it starts at 23rd and then say ends at 8, and then you come back here and say repeat just once. If it's in the case of having to repeat it weekly, then it's an entire setting different from that. Okay, so I do that, repeat once, I click on save, and it shows me here that Rolls Royce, okay, has been scheduled, and here I can see that detail here. Okay, so that is one schedule created. I will take you back to the point where in the place I have as monitors where you can see schedules that have been created. So I name this as rows and I click on save. Then I go back to my monitors. I click on edit. Now remember, this is layout. I click on layout. I have playlist media here, okay, but that's not where I'm going to. Where I'm going to is scheduled content here, row. Alright, so lastly is how to publish a content. We've covered everything from explaining the interfaces, functionalities, how to create or publish content, and now we've come to the very point of publishing the content. Alright, So first off, here I have the name of the player, which is named practice player, and the name of the current content, which is the Xandadeck service layout. Alright, so to proceed with publishing your content on the screen, so I have here, first I need to select this screen, okay, or in the case where you just want to edit just one screen, you don't necessarily have to do that. You just come here to edit. But if it's a case of multiple screens, you just select them individually or select from here. Okay, so I can just go straight to edit this. Again, as I said, this is the name of the player. Here I have a screenshot of what is currently being played. Now, what I have here, a quick explanation of what I have here, is an image playlist here, a weather widget here, a time widget here, scrolling text. But now this scrolling text is not just a scrolling text. This feed is gotten from CNN, so it's a live CNN feed. Now this particular feed updates itself every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes it connects and refreshes based on what CNN provides. And then here I have this custom RSS that welcomes you. So here what you have is welcome to Xandadeck Technologies. Have you met our Xandabox? Alright, so what I want to publish now is a layout, which is the layout I titled rows. So since this is already as layouts, I come here and then look for rows. So this is the one from the COVID, but what we're looking for is rows. Oh, sorry, my apologies. New try. Okay, so you come from new try and you click save. Now when you click save, you still haven't sent anything to the Xandabox until you click this particular player and you click push to Xandabox and you click this and it says, are you sure you want to push all changes to players? I click yes. Now what you then see is on your TV screen, to the bottom right where you have a time widget that reads 2:07 p.m. beneath it, if you would have to strain your eyes a little bit, you would see a blinking message that says downloading. Now what this means is that the player is receiving instruction from my computer, and as soon as it's done receiving instruction, it automatically changes to the received message. Now the speed of this downloading process is dependent on your internet strength. If your internet connection on both ends happens to be very good, this whole thing will take 5 seconds or even maybe less. Okay, but right now my internet doesn't seem to be supporting my course in that regard. But if I would come back here to edit, you would still see that I still have this content here. That is because the player is still downloading, even though I have sent the content. But not until it automatically and completely receives this information, this will continue to display. So you rest assured that while information is being transmitted, you are still keeping your audience engaged. Alright, so while I've done that, if I happen to want to change to something else, say a media, okay, I could come here and pick a random image or random picture. Again, if I choose to do my Rolls-Royce video, click OK. My Rolls-Royce video here, click save, and then the moment I choose to shoot to Xandabox, it overrides what is being displayed. Alright, but for now I'm not just going to do that, because already I've sent a command for a playlist which I would like for you to see, so that as soon as it comes up, I then will shoot this one and then you see the resulting effect on the TV screen. Alright, now I would quickly take you back to show you a little bit on the schedule. So if you remember back a while ago, I said for schedules it's usually turned off until you have to pick a schedule. Now if you remember, in the course of this video we had created a schedule some way back which we named rows. So I would click on rows now and click on save. Now this is where it gets interesting. The schedule for rows will not show in this area. Inside, what you see in this area is a current content that is either being shown or is yet to be sent, in which case what I have is this content is yet to be sent. I have put it up in front of my player, but I'm yet to send. Now as soon as my current content downloads completely, I will send this, and then come tomorrow 11 a.m. my Rolls Royce video will come up. Alright, so layouts being the last part I said I would visit before finally showing you how to publish. Here I have a list of all layouts created on this account. To create a new one, I have the add layout function here. Now by default again, Xandadeck comes with a world of templates that are all editable for your sake, for your use, for your benefit. If you want coronavirus related templates, okay, I click on that. I apologize, my internet is a bit slow, and then I have all of these templates on coronavirus, and they are all editable, which means I could always edit this COVID-19 to make it COVID-20, prevention to make it something else, change the images, the position, the colors. All these things are all 100% editable. Okay, but I will do two things for you now. I would show you how to edit an existing template and how to create one from the scratch. So I click on this, I click on import template, and then here you have. Alright, so it loads up this template. Again, I apologize, my internet is alright, so I have my COVID-19 symptoms template in front of me. The name, healthcare landscape. Again, if I want to change this name, I could make it COVID. Okay, now like I said, they are all 100% editable. So here already I can see that I can extend this to whatever point it is that I like. Okay, the same thing with the text. I can move this way, I can move this that way. I can change this one to something much more creative, say welcome. And say, how can we help today? And then maybe just take out this. Okay, and then you have your website in here if you want. Otherwise, you might as well just take this out. Okay, if you remember, one time we created a time widget. Okay, so now this would be a good time to bring it up. So I have inserts here. So here I have images, videos, documents, audios. Basically, whatever it is I want to upload, it just shows me a quick link into it. All right, so let's bring in a widget. So it's very good for you to understand what exactly it is you're working with, so you know what it is you're trying to bring in. So widget it is. I come here, we used timer, I click insert, and then this is it. All right, so to this part I also have a quick toolbox with which I can use to tweak my widget. So if I want to change the background color of my widget, for instance, I can make it red, I can make it green. You understand how I can just make it transparent. Okay, so that way it just blends in with whatever it is I want to. But let me make it black. All right, the font color I can choose to make it say red. Otherwise I can as well just make it white. Okay, so come down here. Now this is for the show date. If I do this, you understand, it goes back and forth, and so I'll just drag this down, bring this down all the way down here. So I have my time function here. And for this color, I choose to make it black. That way my type pops out. Okay, and then you have some uniformity in there. So let me bring in my scrolling text. Widget. My scrolling text I saved as scroll. Insert. Okay, so I have my scrolling text all set. Okay, so I can as well choose to extend this all the way to this point, but I'm just trying to play around with some creative approach to it. Okay, and then I click save. And I have that saved for COVID. Now let me create a layout from the very scratch. Okay, so I have create custom layout here. So what I have in front of me is a canvas. It's a blackboard. All I need to do is to draw, arrange, put things whichever way it is there. Yeah, but you need to have a little bit of understanding about how certain things work. For instance, while some people would like to have their logos, their business logos on the left side of the screen, for other people it's on the right side of the screen. So you need to know which one pertains to your organization, as the case may be. But I'm not going to be doing anything relating to logos. I'm just going to be using generic videos, pictures and the likes. So you won't be seeing anything so much as that. So I would like to create something with a playlist as my main screen, pictures in there, time widgets in there, other functionalities in there, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that if you just walk with me. Alright, so first I would like to bring in my widgets. Of course, my time widget, I never forget to start with that. Okay, next I would like to do my scrolling text. Okay, so for my scrolling text, so I like to keep my scrolling text and my time widget about the same height for the sake of legibility and otherwise. So right now here I have my scrolling text. Alright, so next I would want to bring in my famous Rolls Royce video. Okay, I'm a fan. Sorry. Okay. So please pay attention. I will do something here about now, and I would like for you to understand exactly how and why. You would notice that as I enlarge this box, I'm beginning to lose out on some part of the detail of my video. Okay, I will show you how to correct that. Okay, alright, so if you look here, you have crop. If I change this to fit, it changes, but then it leaves me with this black area here, which won't be good for aesthetics purpose. So I would use the stretch function. So the stretch maximizes everything such that it fills every part of it. Okay, so next I would bring in pictures as it could be pictures as a playlist, depends on what you want, but I'll just give you a picture that would fit in more like just a quote, something you call your Monday morning motivation and things are like, okay. So in the same fashion, I'll click this and I'll click on stretch, okay, to occupy that space, that area there. Alright, so I would want to bring in a widget now. Say a widget, for instance, that serves the function of weather, as I have here. So I click on weather, insert weather, drag my weather up all to this point. Okay, so I'm just going to resize this back into shape. Now notice what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do it such that there is a perfect touch between what I have here and what I have here, such that I'm eliminating this very space in here. It is very, very important that you do it this way. Another thing you should pay attention to is using this function. It helps sometimes. The width and height function here, it helps you to get a perfect height for this and same for that. Okay, so here I have 569 by 427 and here I have 594 by 512. Okay, it obviously shows that there is a little bit of a mismatch, but then it depends on what you want to make your primary image. Alright, so I could easily do this. I could easily just do a copy and paste of the both of them. That's 569 by 427 and make this 569 by 427, sorry, 472, and then this is what I have. But then it leaves me with this little space here, which means I have to find a way to accommodate for that space. So I'll take this up to 482. Okay, I think there's a little bit of an issue here. I'll drag this and bring this back up to some place, say 460, and do the same with this. Make this 460 instead. And I can use this to make up for the excess space. And then I have my design ready. So I'll name this new try and click on save. So here it is. I have COVID, which was the template I edited, and then I have new try, which is the template I designed from the very scratch.